David Katzmeyer from CNET here, and this is Panasonic's TC-L65WT600. This is a 65-inch LCD TV, and it's Panasonic's first with 4K resolution. That means this gigantic screen has 4 times the number of pixels as a standard 1080p TV. I'll get to that in a little bit, but first I'd also like to mention this TV's other distinguishing characteristic. It's the first on the market with an HDMI 2.0 compatible input. That means that some of the higher frame rate formats that are going to come out in conjunction with 4K will work with this TV. No other TV has that right now, although some are promising upgradability in the future. In addition to that 4K HDMI and a display port that's 1.2 compatible, this set has 3 standard HDMI inputs, 3 USBs, and an analog input. The styling on the WT600 stands out as well. You've got a silver bezel around the edge, relatively thin. You've also got a unique ribbon-style silver stand here. It doesn't allow the TV to swivel, but all told, the real impression is lots of silver. One thing that I did find pretty chintzy, though, on the bottom there's a little piece of plastic that makes the TV, again, look a little bit cheaper than it should for such an expensive television. Panasonic threw in a bunch of extras on this TV, of course. You get a built-in camera. You also get 3D compatibility, although it's active, not passive 3D. Panasonic throws in a pair of 3D glasses. You also get a full suite of smart TV apps and features, and unfortunately Panasonic also pushes ads on the screen itself in the form of pop-ups. You can disable those pop-ups, however, so I recommend you do when you get this television. Another extra on the WT600 is a pair of remotes. There's a standard clicker with a bunch of buttons and a touchpad-based remote with just a few. One of the advantages of the touchpad remote is that you can use the built-in web browser a lot easier. Panasonic also touts 4K resolution on the web browser, but in practice we really didn't find that made much of a difference. And that's the story with 4K in general on this TV at this size. When we pitted it next to a 65-inch 1080p TV and sent it essentially the same sources, one in 4K, one in 1080p, it was really hard to tell the difference. It was also hard to tell the difference when we sent both TVs standard 1080p sources from a Blu-ray, and again, since 4K sources are so rare, you're mostly going to be feeding this TV 1080p for the foreseeable future. Aside from resolution, this TV delivers a pretty good picture, although not quite as good as some of the better LCDs we've tested. Its black levels were pretty good, but there was some blooming that we saw. Color accuracy was excellent. Its bright room picture, led by this anti-glare screen, is one of the best we've tested. Those good points aside, however, 4K really isn't worth the extra money. I'd say wait if you want to get a TV with this resolution for a couple of years when its prices are a lot closer to those of 1080p TVs. That's a quick look at Panasonic's WT600 4K 65-inch LCD TV. I'm David Katzmeyer from CNET.